Osayo, everyone. How y'all doing today? I am Crow, your entertainer for this broadcast, and welcome to the stream. And what is the stream? It's my community mod showcase where I show you how to manually install any type of mod. It just so happens I'm still on a Cyberpunk, a 2077 kick, so I apologize for that. And why isn't Crow working? There we go. Get your button gear, Crow. Crow, look at me. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep. You working? You're not working. Give me a minute here, folks. My avatar's not... screw it. He never listens to anything I say anyway. Why? He's a cat. He just kind of looks in the general vague direction I look, and whatever. He's just there to have as y'all have a point of focus to where my voice may be coming from. But anyways, as I was saying, this stream. Give me a minute, folks. I need to clear my voice. As I was saying before all that nonsense happened, this broadcast series is where I show you how to manually install mods that either I choose or you, my watchers, have chosen for me. Oh, that reminds me, I will be having a look-see to see if anybody has made any requests as of late. So it does not look like anybody has dropped any requests on any of my comments. Have made any comments requesting mods to be reviewed on my channel, on my the videos on my channel. What about on my Discord? There are no new requests, so it looks like we're doing what I want. Yeah, I'm more like Porky Pig when I talk. But yeah, it looks like we're doing the one I had planned today instead of pushing mine back to take care of somebody else's problems. So, with all that out of the way, y'all probably get on like the Monty Python interlude. Get on with it already! So, here we go. And I sit myself into the void. Well, here we go. As you can see, today we're doing simple flashlight. Yeah, that's it. A flashlight mod. Why a flashlight mod? Because believe it or not, for all the cyberware you can get, for all the augmentation you can do to V, a flashlight is not one of them. You don't get a flashlight, not even on a weapon. Your car gets headlights, which you can turn on and off. Your bike gets headlights and its wheels light up, and you can turn on and off the headlights, and you can turn on and off the lights on the wheels. But does V get RGB? No, he or she does not. No, or they do not. They do not get RGB unless you kind of just mod it in. They do get tattoos, thanks to Johnny and Wakako, but they do not get a flashlight. What this mod does is allow you to have a flashlight, a configurable one at that. So it was uploaded July 15th, 2021, and it was last updated October 1st of 2023, and it was by Nexus Guy 999. This guy's a good guy, cool guy. What other mods has he done? I'm kind of curious. Oh yeah, he's done actually the Kuroshi Night Vision mod, which is one of the better night vision mods I've seen in Night City for Cyberpunk. Sit Anywhere is great. E3 Smart Window is great, and it pairs up with his stock market a new system mod. V's Edge Runner Mansion apartment DLC is great. Immersive sunglasses is great, but it dims everything. I've actually reviewed his or her or their extended and improved headlights before, and yeah, this mod author does have a lot of great mods. So I encourage you, like after you've installed this mod, they're simple flashlights, to check them out as well. Check out their other mods as well. And also, have I given them a kudos? Yes, good. I have given them a kudos. And I have endorsed this because this is one I often use. So, about this mod, it adds a simple toggleable flashlight to the game. And it's kind of focused on V's eyes, but not exactly. We'll get into it when we get into it. So it requires Cyber Engine tweaks and a native settings UI. That's all it requires. Though native settings UI may require something else. We'll get to that when we get to that. Now, as you can see here, it says customizable brightness, size, well, customizable colors. See, it's going through different colors. Size, softness, and range. As you can see, colors, and it's just a little JPEG. We can even open, not JPEG, but a GIF. And it takes us over to Giphy. Let's just open this up even more. Let's just zoom in. And as you can see, it doesn't actually cycle through like this. You've got to set up your own preset. But this just shows you different things you can do to it. It's just showing you the options. See, it's just different extremely jump cuts. That's a jump cut. That's a jump cut. That's a jump cut. That's cut to a different preset. That's a different preset. That's a different preset. Different preset. Different preset. Different preset. So, how do we install this? Download and install CET, Cyber Engine Tweaks. Download and install native settings UI. Right here, they're telling you download Cyber Engine Tweaks first. Then download native settings UI and anything that it requires. Download this mod. Extract the folder into your Cyberpunk game folder. Do not do that. Just follow my instructions here. That when we go to download this and install, follow those instructions, because it says extract. That is a different process than moving over, like copy and pasting. Extracting is a different process. Yes, I'm being technical on this, but words have meaning. Otherwise, we'd still be grunting and groaning, roaring, and doing what other sounds our primitive ancestors made before they invented language. So, but anyways, the one containing the bin and R6 folders. The folder structure should be path to Cyberpunk, whichever drive you've put it in, and whichever folder you've put your launcher in. Cyberpunk 2077, bin, X64 plugins, Cyber Engine tweaks, mods, flashlight, init.lua. That's how it should look once we have it all installed. Wherever all this, don't worry about path to Cyberpunk. So long as it looks like this in the end. I'm not going to check that because I'm relying on the mod author to have done that. If something goes wrong once we get into the game, then we're checking. So, how to use the mod. Set a hotkey using CET's Cyber Engine Tweaks binding menu to toggle the flashlight on and off, only for keyboard. If you're using a controller, I will not be able to help you because I am one of those people that cannot use a controller. It physically hurts my hands to hold a controller more than like just an actual minute. And this is coming from somebody that saw the release that was around when the original Nintendo Entertainment System first released, that first to second year, and then was alive during the Super Nintendo, then got the Nintendo 64 for Christmas, along with the bundle of with a Star, that was it Star Fox or a that was bundled with either was it Star Fox or Mario Kart for the Nintendo 64, or were they bundled together? I forget. But yeah, I've used controllers all my life and they've always hurt my hands. Anyways, use the toggle flashlight key to toggle the flashlight. Controller support. This is where you're going to have to rely on their instruction. To toggle the flashlight on the controller, hold down the left D-pad or D-pad left button. I call it the left D-pad. Use native settings UI mod menu to configure the flashlight to your liking. This mod is not suitable for use in photo mode. Use the Illuminati mod by Johnson for that. And here is their special thanks. Ooh, especially for game UI.lua. Here. And thanks for Tyler McVictor for the idea. Yeah, definitely, dudes. Yeah, Cyberpunk. Yeah, thanks to Cyberpunk and Tyler for definitely with this, because this is you may have actually seen this in my own gameplay. So, what do we need? We need Cyber Engine tweaks and a native settings UI. But down here, they said download Cyber Engine tweaks, CET, first. We could go back up here to the required section, but the mod author has been generous and kind enough, and with the foresight to have actually linked it in the description. So I'm just going to work from right here. Now, you could just go ahead and click on this right here, and it will take you to where you need to go. I'm not going to do that because I am prone to closing out windows once I get done with them. So I'm going to open up this little menu here. I like calling it a context menu. And I'm going to open up in a new tab. However, if you just want to go, if you're prone just to opening up links in the same window, go ahead. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to open in a new tab. If you're prone to opening up in a new window, go ahead. If you're prone to opening up in a new private window, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to open up in a new tab. From here, you can read all this. I already know what Cyber Engine Tweaks does. It's a framework for other modders that allows scripts to really work. So all we really need to know about Cyber Engine Tweaks is what does it require. It doesn't require anything to run, but I would actually require you installing this for like the first or second time to read this description. I have read it so often, it's annoying. And you're probably saying, read it. If I read every single one of these, we're going to be here for 2 freaking hours. And it's bad enough the install process often lasts an hour. So, from the description section, go over to the file section, and you see in the main files CET 1.29.1. If you're in the future from when I am broadcasting this at a January 1st, not January 1st, of January 5th, 2024. The version of this may have changed because the version is right over here where I've got my cursor 1.29.1, which matches up with the title. It might have changed already, so in that case, just follow along. Y'all using mod managers, click on the mod manager button, mod manager download button right here, but we are manually installing, so click on a manual download. This save window will ask you where you're going to save it to. Save it to wherever you'll remember saving it. It doesn't matter where at or where you habitually save files and zip archives to. Just save it there. Wherever you remember saving things to is the best place to save it. So I'm going to go ahead and save it to my downloads folder. And here's a tip. Just a quick tip to save you time if you're one of these people. You don't have to do the following method that I do. You can just come up here because we're just going to open this file we just downloaded. You can come up here and click on it. And it will automatically open the file for you because we will be getting into this. You could just click this open like this. And this, you could do this for every single folder file we'll be downloading from here on out. However, I do not do this because I tend to close files like that out. And it screws me up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this pop-up out, and I'm going to close this tab. I am going to minimize my browser. If you have downloaded the file to your desktop, go ahead and open it. Do not extract. I'll tell you why here in a minute. For me, I need to go and open up this PC, which will bring up Windows Explorer. For me, I have the shortcut directly on my desktop, which is just right here. I can double click and open up. I'm going to close this for right now for demonstration purposes. Some of y'all will have it on if you're using Windows 10, maybe 11. I'm not too sure because I'm using Windows 10. With y'all can come up here to the start icon, and it could be somewhere in here, and you can just come here and click, and see right here this PC. It's right here. Let me get a drink. And it's right here. For more, but y'all's taskbar could be down here at the bottom. It could be over here on the side. It could be up top. I like mine right over here because right over to the right of it, I have my secondary monitor, and the taskbar lines up nicely because it's mirrored on both sides. So anyways, I'm going to click on the start icon again. And most likely y'all will find if y'all don't have it set up with the this PC shortcut on your desktop, or if it's not in an accessible place right here, y'all find it in Windows Systems. Come on down, and it's right here, this PC. If you still can't find it, click on this Windows Start icon and type in this PC. It's just this PC, and this PC will show up. But you probably already know how to do that. I'm just doing this for people who don't know how or just can't remember how to get there. I have my reasons. I'll probably tell you afterwards. Don't count on it, though. So anyways, go to the location you saved the Cyber Engine Tweaks folder, the file. For me, it's in the download section, and it is right here. Just right in here. Now, It said, I'm bringing back up the browser. You don't have to do this, but you can. It said extract. Extract the folder, as in like download and install. And it says extract to your game folder. Extracting is different than moving. Extracting would be coming down here, extract all. It would ask you to set a destination, thereby creating a new folder in the same place right here. And that would mean doubling the data that's already on your hard drive, doubling the files you have to deal with. I say don't do that. That's too much of a hassle that your future self will have to deal with later on. I say you just have to open it. How do you open it? All you have to do is bring up your context menu and click open. That's it. Now I am going... Now how do we... Now let's go back over to our browser. It said extract the folder into your Cyberpunk game folder. We need to get to the Cyberpunk game folder. How do we do that? Well, first off, I'm going to reduce. That is the next to the minimize button. Reduce, then minimize the Windows Explorer window. And I am going to go over and launch Steam. I will also show you how to get to the game folder on GOG, not Epic. I would be getting a Cyberpunk on Epic, but it's not on the discount is not good enough for me. So I'm going to go to Steam. I'm going to come down to Cyberpunk. And once you're in this Cyberpunk on Steam, you want to come over to this gear icon, come down to manage. Once this little additional tree pops up, this additional menu pops up, you want to come over to browse local files. Now, right now, I'm just going to hit exit on Steam, and you have another window that popped up. So I'm going to do this, just kind of reduce it. And as you see, we're in the Cyberpunk 20... No, actually, no, let's keep it maximized for right now. We are in the Cyberpunk 2077 folder, which is in a Steam Apps, Common, and Cyberpunk 2077. As with where the mod author had said, path to Cyberpunk, I myself have a Steam installed on a different different hard drive than the C hard drive, which has my operating system on, which I have found lets my game run a whole lot better and with a lot less bugs. But I totally understand that a lot of y'all do not have enough money to purchase a secondary hard drive, even a disk-based hard drive. Mine are SSDs, which are woo-y expensive. But I have mine installed on a secondary SSD hard drive, which I named Game Drive. It's in the folder Game Launchers, which Steam is a game launcher, and it's in Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Cyberpunk. But it doesn't matter for me where you installed Steam to or where you installed Cyberpunk 2077 to, so long as you can get to Cyberpunk 2077. Now, you GOG users are probably saying, hey, what about us? What about us GOG users? Don't worry, I'm a GOG gamer. My personal Cyberpunk game is on GOG. The one you see me that I was streaming for my game streams, that's on GOG. So, launch the GOG game launcher. And then I just launched it. It's coming up. See, launching GOG Galaxy. And the only one I have installed is Cyberpunk. Though it's not the only one I own. So go into Cyberpunk. Come up to the sliding bar icon. Come down to Manage. Come over to the new menu that popped up and click on Show Folder. As you can see, for us GOG users, a new window popped up. That new window is the Cyberpunk game folder for a GOG. As you can see, it's in GOG Galaxy, Games, Cyberpunk 2077. As with Steam, I have GOG installed on my game drive, which is separate from my operating system drive. And it actually shares the same folder, game launcher, as Steam, Vortex, Mod Organizer 2, Epic, Zinnia, RetroArch, Baldur's Gate 3, Mod Manager. But I am not modifying, I am not modding my GOG game for this mod showcase, because that is my personal mod list, my personal game. And it went whoops. Why did you do that? And we are switching back. So I am going to close out the GOG folder. I'm going to close out GOG, and I'm going to bring up the Steam game folder, and I'm going to reduce it, and I'm going to bring up Cyber Engine Tweaks, file we downloaded. Now, what was I going to say? I totally lost my train of thought. Anyways, now how do we get this file folder named bin into a Cyberpunk? Oh yeah, I just remembered. It doesn't matter what a platform you're launching the game through, be it Steam, GOG, Epic. The instructions on how to install these mods manually is the same way. It doesn't matter, it's all the same. Just follow my lead. If you're on GOG, follow the same steps that I'm using for Steam. If you're on Epic, follow the same steps that I'm using for Steam. They're identical. If you're using the Steam Deck, I can't help you because I don't have one. I would very much like to have one, but I don't. So anyways, how do we get this file folder labeled bin into Cyberpunk 2077's game folder? Well, we drag and drop it into it. I like to highlight. I like to click and highlight like that way. Because oftentimes we have multiples. So we drag and drop it into the file, into the game folder. If you're watching this at a later date than what I currently have, this broadcast is going out, you'll probably get this asking to replace the current files. I'm going to say yes. Just don't worry about it. Just click replace files. And we just installed Cyber Engine Tweaks. Now I'm going to click back while being in the Cyber Engine Tweaks archive. Let's go back to the my downloads folder. And I am going to bring up my browser. Now I am going to open up native settings UI in a new tab. You can do it open it up however you want. And native settings UI requires just Cyber Engine tweaks, specifically the latest version. So if you're in the future, just follow along. And native settings UI is kind of like a mod, a what is it? A mod menu, mod organizer menu in a Skyrim and Fallout 4 that allows you to organize a mod's features in game. It's like mod settings. So, anyways, we've already installed a Cyber Engine tweaks. So go over here to Files, the File section. As you see in the main file, we have a mod settings UI 1.95. Let me get a drink again. Nothing like flat Pepsi. For you mod managers, just click on a mod manager download and your mod manager will take care of it. For us manually installing, you want to click on manual install. And it's warning us that this mod requires Cyber Engine tweaks. And to download it, if we haven't already, we already have. So go ahead and click download. And click save. And save it to wherever, remember. You can navigate it to documents, 3D objects, Google Drive, OneDrive, wherever. For me, it's just going to be download, so I'm going to click save. You could even rename it to whatever. I'm not, because that's what I know it's named as. So I'm going to click exit, and I'm going to click on the exit right here to close out this tab. I'm going to minimize my browser. And what do you know? Native settings UI is actually right here. So I'm going to open up my context menu, and I'm going to click open. Again, we have a file folder named bin. I'm going to drag and drop it into the game folder. Not sure if anything happened. Drag and drop the file labeled bin from native settings UI into the game folder again. And it's telling us, do we want to replace this? So if you were unsure before, I was actually, I'm just going to click replace these files. And we replaced them. No, it won't harm anything, in my opinion. If it would, we'll find out soon enough. So, what do we do now to get the simple flashlights? We go to the file section. We come down here to the main files. And make sure to read this little right here. So, change controller binding to the left D-pad, and you have to hold it. To avoid most issues with unwanted activations, updated for patch 2.0, so this should still work as of a version 2.1 of the game. Fix the flashlight turning on when pressing left arrow on a mouse and keyboard. I did not even know that was a thing. So, most mod manager users, click on a mod manager download if you're using mod managers. I'm buffering. No, it's just YouTube. And for us manual users, from us manual downloaders and installers, click on manual download. And it's warning us that we need Cyber Engine tweaks in native UI, but we have already downloaded and installed those in the order that the author has informed us they wish us to install them. This is important because with manual install, load order is install order unless the game says otherwise. But always get into the habit when it comes to manually installing to think of it as your load order is the order in which you have installed things. So anyways, to download it, we click download. save it to wherever you going to remember saving it to when this window pops up. So I'm going to click this blurb away. I am not going to close out this window. I am just going to minimize this browser because we may need to come back to this mod page for if we need to do a bit of debugging. As you see, our flashlight mod file is not here. So what do? We bring up the context menu while not hovering over any of these, and we hit refresh. And our flashlight mod is right here. We bring up the context menu while hovering our cursor over it, and we hit open. Now we have two file folders, one named archive, one named bin. I want you to get into the habit of going into archive and going into PC and making sure the file folder that is within the PC folder is labeled mod, not patch. Just make sure it is named mod. If it is not named mod, if it is not named this, change it to mod. Change it to MOD. If it is not named mod, if it is not named MOD, the .archive file will not work, and therefore the mod will not work and appear in your game. Just understand that. If it does have a mod but has an additional S at the end, making mod plural to mods, just delete the S and make it mod singular, as in a singular mod. Putting an S at the end will also make it to where this is basically the mod right here, the .archive. It will make it to where that mod will not appear in your game. It has to be MOD. This file right here under PC archive has to be named mod. A lot of the older mods up that are I guess file with a file tree like this with archive PC, then a file folder like this, then the actual mod. This right here is named patch, PATCH. That is the old way of doing it, and while once a valid method of doing it, it has changed from patch to mod. So if you see it with patch, change it to mod. So, with that out of the way, we need to get these file folders and their contents into the Cyberpunk game folder. Doing that, we just drag and drop them into the game folder. Just boop. If you're not sure that happened, just repeat the process of dragging and dropping again. And I will say, yes, I want to replace the files here. And the mod files are in your game folder. Now, I'm going to minimize Windows Explorer. We may actually have to come back to those and do something with them if we encounter a bug. But for right now, I'm going to launch Steam. And with Steam having been brought back up, I'm going to click play. And another launcher should appear called Red Launcher or Red Pre-Launcher, but I call it Red Launcher. This is CD Projekt Red's personal launcher, basically to make sure you own the game and for them to get you the latest news on stuff. Or propaganda, whichever way you want to view it as, and encourage you to sign up for your freebies. For GOG users, you won't see this because this is already integrated into GOG. So anyways, for the Steam users, you'll get a Red Launcher. All you have to do is click play. Red Mod. This is part of Red Mod. This will appear. This is moving the files we just downloaded into the game itself. So it will appear when we start playing. If it doesn't, go ahead and launch. We will have to do some debugging, but it has launched. Going to skip the video intro because it's annoying. Y'all probably wanting to get to play. So, where do we go for the mod settings? Not mod settings. We want to go to a new I guess option that appear called mods. And as you can see, we've got a mod that already uses this called The Answer. What we want to come over to here, we want to come over to the tab that says Flashlight. Here we can set all the features that the upcoming Flashlight mod had. Flashlight mod has. We can change the brightness, the time it takes to turn on and off, how forward the radius is, if it has controller support or not. If you're using controller, you want this on. The size and range, its fall off, how far it extends out, its color, and even personalize the color, and even just set it back to default. But let's get in game. So we need nighttime, or someplace rather dark. So I know there's a few nighttime ones, but okie dokie. Come on, I know I saved a lot at night. And that's an interesting angle. That's at Vix. No, wait, that's at there. Okay, that's that. That's there. On a tight leash. Yeah, this'll work. This is at night.
Howdy, howdy, Night City. Welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman.
Skipping this too because these get boring. As you can see, we're on a mission here, and it's dark. Now, whoop. Oh no, I'm being sought. Oh well. So how do we turn on the flashlight? Cause automatically, well, at least for us keyboard warriors, how do we turn on the flashlight? When you installed Cyber Engine tweaks, you were given a prompt to assign a hotkey to bring it up. For me, that hotkey is the home button. Now, once you hit that hotkey, whatever it is you assigned it to, you'll be greeted with kind of like this overlay here at the top. If you haven't moved it, I don't move this because I want it set right here. you will have console, bindings, settings, and all this. Go to bindings. Now, you will see you can rearrange the key that you originally set it to. I'm keeping, as in Cyber Engine tweaks. That brings it up. See right here, home. I'm not going to do that. For for the flashlight, to set it, as you can see, it says toggle flashlight right here. For input, for us keyboard warriors, you want to click on the input and then press the key you want. For me, it's F1 because I've cleared that key. It's the closest I can get without using any of the weapon hotkeys like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after you do that, you want to hit save. And this hotkey has been saved. From now on, whenever you press F1, you will turn on and off your flashlight depending on the state your flashlight is in. I'll show you. Now, to exit Cyber Engine tweaks, press the hotkey that you have assigned to it. Such as, for me, it's home. So I'm going to press home again, and Cyber Engine tweaks down. Now, I'm going to press F1, and we have a flashlight. We have a portable flashlight. And I don't want to see that, so flashlight again. I hit F1. I'm going to hit F1 again. I'm going to hit F1. Yeah, I don't want to see him. F1. 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 She too shiny? Way too shiny, F1. See? The closer you get, the more blurry things are. Kind of like with the real flashlight.
Look, I'm waiting for a friend.
Okay. F1. 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 Now, how do you change everything? Like, change the various settings. Say, like a, say, just for the presets, say if we want, say, blue. We just changed it to blue. Just come over. See, it was on white. Just change it to blue. Now I'm going to hit exit, the escape key, the escape key on my keyboard until I get back in the game. And hit F1. Now I have a blue light. It's not a black light. No, actually, maybe it is an E. Considering all the everything's glowing, well, except for them, it's blue. And even while it's still up, I can hit exit, go to mods, and go to yellow. Now the light is actually yellow. And remember,
What's
come
the
up,
problem?
it blinds. Now, how do we kind of stop this? Or how do we make it bigger and everything? So, exit, hit the exit, I call it the exit button. But it's the escape button. Go to mods. And if you had remained on flashlight, it's still on flashlight. So, we could come down to size, fall off range. Let's make it go all the way over to 200. And we are illuminating basically everything in front of us. But it doesn't really feel that way, does it? How bright do we want this thing to be? Do we want this to be seen from the surface of the sun? So, let's go to the escape. Hit escape. Mod and brightness to... We're at basically 20. Let's go 100. Now it feels like we're basically have a spotlight. But remember, with such it being at a 100, we're basically blinding ourselves while being right up close. Just being up this close is blinding us compared to previously. What if we don't want that? Let's put this down to 20 again. Range to... what was it? 100? And size to about... let's go with 140. Now, basically, we have a... it would seem we have a light constantly surrounding us. Basically, a lantern at our hip. Or maybe like a, yeah, basically like a hip lantern, a hip light. This is one of the more, this is the way I kind of like having the light. Down at the bottom, but if we bring out a... do I say, and if we bring out here, there's a problem. Our weapon kind of starts glowing. That is because, despite it's looking like it's down here, we're still projecting it forward. So, we could actually, deal with that by forward offsetting it by 50.
Hey, don't look at me like that.
And we basically now kind of have a belt light.
No.
Yeah, I know you see me. We now have basically a belt light instead of an actual flashlight. We have a belt lantern, which we could actually just keep modifying with... bring the brightness up to, say, 50, fall off to, say, 50, extend the range, have it orange. And if we say, let's go with a, what is a... and if you did not like it being bright like that, we can actually, see how the tip of the, is that the, whoops, I keep doing that. The Masamune, how it keeps glowing, we can go to the mods, and we can see the forward offset to, say, 100. And we still have our belt light. But what if we don't want a belt light? Well, we could hit... and we've changed all this, so just hit default. And we've got our regular flashlight again. F12. Yeah. But I like having a belt light myself. Ooh. What, where did that come from? Ugh. We could actually have it... no, stop doing that. Hitting buttons again. So we could actually have the size to be about here, the fall off to be here. I actually like to have it warm white. That way, and I can just shoot as well. But stop, I keep thinking it's an I. So default, size fall off to make it more. We can do brightness all the way up. We can even do turn on and off time to like nothing. Do yellow. And it just appears. Just as quick as you hit the key. But if you want it to like turn on and off for like 1 second, hit the key and it just fades on to full strength. Hit the key and it just fades off. You could have it too. This is very good for those dark areas. The enemies also will not react to the light. So, if you don't want it that, you could do like half a second. Kind of like headlights. But I kind of like that kind of the slow. Let's do 10. No. What about 20? 5. Yeah, that 25 for me feels good enough. And what about size? And fall off. There we go. The fall off actually makes the edge a lot fuzzier, so it kind of blends in, kind of like some like a lot of flashlights do. Or you could have no fall off and just have a cookie cutter, just have a cookie cutter spotlight, which is a little odd, but if that's the way you want to play, that's up to you. And you can range it out to have the light go out to as far as you want, up to base, what, 200 meters? No, not what I wanted. Mods. But if you screw up and everything, you can just hit the default. And it just goes back to its regular. And remember, you could just shut it off with whatever key you bound it to. Don't like the key you bound it to? Just hit the hotkey you assigned a Cyber Engine Tweaks HUD to, which for me is the home key. You can come up here and click the check mark, which unbinds it. Click save, and it is not in the flashlight is no longer bound, and you don't have to bind it again until never. But if you want to rebind it again, click on this right here, unbound, and press the key you want. Say, I'm going to go with the tilde, or that little accent thing, and I'm going to hit save. And it has saved, and I'm going to hit the home key again to get rid of the Cyber Engine Tweaks HUD. And voila. I am hitting the tilde. Hit the tilde. Hit the tilde. Tilde, 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 tilde. Constantly hitting it. Where will it stop? And it stopped at being turned off. So, yeah, quick, easy, simple mod today. Final opinion slots, critiques. I really don't have any really critiques of this mod. This is, my opinion is, this is one the game needed from the start. Either it needed some sort of flashlight. It needed some sort of portable flashlight, be it an actual equipment item, something attached to, you can attach to the weapons. something you could attach to your clothing, something that came with your clothing, like, or an augment you could, augment, a cyberware you could have chosen to equip, something, or like a part of your eyes, something. Well, actually, there is one, but they've tried it before and it didn't come out work. The one critique I could say is, but this is a flashlight mod and not a thermal vision. And a thermal vision has been tried in this game, and it doesn't really work because it relies on like a reflective light and light mapping. I think, and also normal maps, and it doesn't work that well. It looks horrible. Night vision, on the other hand, works to an extent, but this is a flashlight mod, and thermal vision really doesn't have a place in this because that's thermal vision, and this is a flashlight mod review and showcase, and I'm giving my opinion about the flashlight and not thermal vision. So I really don't have any critiques about this mod. Nothing I really dislike that could be improved upon. Well, there is one. When you go into the mod here, instead of having to go to the Cyber Engine tweak to like set your hotkey, it would be great if you could just set your hotkey from right in here. Because I know other mods you can do that from just the mod section right here. You could just set your hotkey from right in here, like in general settings, like set hotkey, and you could just like press it in a like you would do with the Cyber Engine tweaks. That is basically the one critique I have found, that you have to install Cyber Engine tweaks and use it for the hotkey feature. Use its hotkey feature and not just use the native settings UI mod configuration thing while you're in here, just setting your mods, like brightness, on, off, forward, offset, size, fall off, range, like that. Setting all that and just hit the key bind thing and hit F1 or Q, G3, Alt Control Shift, whatever. Set up your hotkey from this menu itself instead of having to go and remember, oh, what did I set my Cyber Engine tweaks hotkey to? Oh, is that one? That one, especially for those new to using that hotkey and new to using the bindings of Cyber Engine tweak. I know it's good to get into the habit of using it because other mods require it, but it'd be just nice to have it just like right here in the general settings to set up that hotkey itself. That is the only major critique of this mod I can really think of, is that the key binding, there's no key binding option in the mod section that allows the mod settings section. It's in the Cyber Engine tweaks. It's right here, not here. Besides that, what else can I say? This will be staying in my load order and has been in my load order ever since I found it. It will stay in my load order until the game says it can no longer support it, and the mod author and the modding community can no longer keep it up to date. And so, for 1 out of 10 stars, I say I'm going to download it. I'm going to keep it as part of my game. and I recommend you should as well. And with that, folks, you know what that time means. That's the end of this mod showcase. Thanks for sticking around. Do what you normally do at the end of these videos. Like, subscribe, join my channel, subscribe to my channel, join my Discord. Be warned though, my Discord's not safe for work, so leave a comment. If you got a mod you want me to know to take a look at, let me know. Even leave a downvote if you didn't like anything about this. And leave me a comment telling me what I should have looked at further in. But most importantly, why enter the arena if you don't have to? Until next time, folks, why enter the arena? Well, didn't I just say why enter the arena if you don't have to? Yeah. Till next time, folks. Catch you on the bounce. Later.